I'm going to need a haircut.
What the hell just happened?
Oh.
Oh, she's like shaking her head like a dog. I see. I thought she was having a seizure for
Or
a second
something
there.
like that. Yeah,
I thought our game
not a
was
fluid.
possessed. The original, like, psychological horror visual novel
Yeah.
thing. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do. He falls silent as Rin treads around absent-mindedly, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art, the way these meetings with Rin go. It's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes, and I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skill. So usually, if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down onto the paper, then call it quits without really even trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything.
Well, that's a interesting way to put it.
It makes one question the sanity of the act. He sees himself in her. Rin sits down on her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She's staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh, shoot.
Who?
Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. Do you know her? From my class?
Oh, her. The mystery toilet girl. That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious.
That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl?
What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was the week before that? Could have been. Looking at her... What the hell? Looking at her makes me hungry.
Don't say that. At least, not around her.
Cause she looking like a snack? I doubt that's why.
Yeah. That's a good answer, though. Rin turns to look at me blankly, as if she's not sure why I reproved her. I don't know that word.
Is it maybe like reprimanded?
I guess. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So do you want to go eat dinner then? Are we asking her on a date?
Kinda sounds like it. No, not yet.
Rin has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped a brush and is dipping it into fresh paint. so of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything even if she does. I'm feeling tired, so I set my alarm clock to wake me up as late as I can afford while still making it to the first class. The nurse's voice is almost nagging in the back of my head about morning jogs. I make a resolution to make up for it by going for a walk after school tomorrow. Amy won't care either way, I bet.
I bet not.
Hopefully the next scene is with Hanako.
And we're awake.
Yep. I wake up and take a hot shower.
Please no Kenji.
Yeah, thank goodness. Back in my room, the first thing I see is the familiar row of medication bottles lined up on top of my dresser, and it makes me depressed as usual. It's annoying. I thought I was okay. I thought I had made peace with this thing, gotten over it. But what I really did, I allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here really reminds me of the reality, and trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on it is only going to do so much. I've done this before for months. It seems like it's time to get over it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others, but it is a life in progress.
Yeah.
Just because we have a heart condition doesn't necessarily mean our life will be shorter, right?
Yeah, I think statistically the odds are against us, but that doesn't mean that that's how it's going to be.
That is how I'll rationalize it. I down the usual handful of pills, trying to push the sudden dreary feeling out of my head, and I prepare to head out to class early as usual. As I step into the hallway, I notice
Oh no.
I notice Kenji coming around the hallway corner, stealthily making his way over to his own room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me soundlessly like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I call out to him. Why?
Why? He didn't see us. We were free.
Hey. He jumps at the sound of my voice. Man, I didn't notice you there. I'm really tired. I guess we want our money back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more like he didn't see me, but that's not the issue. Where have you been this early? Shopping?
Nah, I wasn't shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the math teacher. Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to find out when the next exam is, since he tells you in advance if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what's in the bag?
I thought I'd go shopping while I was outside. I need supplies to continue the fight against the vast feminist conspiracy.
What?
Okay. I thought you didn't go outside.
I wear a hat now.
Okay.
I decide to not point out that he is not wearing a hat. An awkward silence settles between us, and then Kenji breaks it by pushing his door open slowly, releasing a creaking sound into the air that only makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets the bag down inside his room and then closes the door.
Hiding the evidence.
Yeah. I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to study is pretty diligent.
I never study.
What?
Oh.
I just wanted to know when the next test day was. I'm still going to take it, duh. I just needed to know so I know what day I can't afford to skip class. He usually sends out updates on that crap by phone, so I had to step out and check up on it.
And why do you have to go out when you can get it on your phone?
I don't carry a phone.
What do you mean you don't carry a phone? You mean you just leave it at home?
Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones. I have no phone.
No.
Why don't you have a phone? How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone?
I just don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of repressed trauma. But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some undefined ominous life alerting doom call, or I was beaten with a phone in the past, beaten so badly I can't remember it.
Beaten in the head.
Well, where else would I get beaten with a phone that would make me unable to remember it? The ass?
Unexpectedly logical. I feel very depressed now, sensing this conversation is more or less over. Kenji opens his door again and prepares to head inside.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep, dude. Have a good one.
Class is going to start in like 20 minutes.
I already did something today. Too tired to go to school. Hey, you need some lip balm? I accidentally bought 2 because I thought the store had started selling individual AA batteries.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Whatever, man.
He swiftly enters his lair, finally letting me go to class. For a change, I am not among the first ones to come to morning class. Instead, almost everyone seems to be here already. I recognize most of my class by their faces now, though the names escape me still. The class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. I have even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days, I was pretty high-strung in class. Muto finishes his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. So, as you know, the festival is on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time, but also come Sunday, please keep the meaning of this festival in your minds.
Games and fried food.
Everyone bursts out in laughter, and so do I. Yes, thank you, Mikado. But what I meant... The remainder of his sentence is buried beneath the ring of the lunch bells, and everyone starts packing their things. Muto deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. Poor guy.
Whoa. Are we schizophrenic now too?
Who's that behind all the people? I see a main character. Oh wait, no, that's a
The
painting.
painting?
They had anime hair, so I assumed it was a main character.
Maybe we are schizophrenic.
It's crowded in the hallway, or as crowded as hallways in the school probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. Oh, I was not expecting her.
Hisao! I'm going to make you a one-time only, super extra special lunch offer. Emmy's homemade lunch boxes, and the privilege of enjoying them in private with 2 Bombshell Beauties.
You know, I think she should be our second option after Hanako.
I'm a little torn between her and Hanako.
Her overly flirtatious sales pitch echoes in the hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Emmy strikes a very confident-looking pose, as though an attempt to one-up her own ridiculousness, puffing her very modest chest. Well, no need to judge.
Well.
And making the V for victory sign with her hand.
Like the peace sign?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds delicious. To what do I owe this honor of being invited?
You stood there, looking really lost and sad, so I thought you could use some company.
Or like a lost puppy.
Yeah.
That is probably the most depressing reason imaginable.
So, how about it? You're probably really lonely and would eat that awful cafeteria food all alone otherwise.
Eh.
I'm kidding.
Sure, I'll have your lunch offer with pleasure.
Let's go to the roof.
The roof? Why the roof?
Because that's where we eat lunch.
Who do you think we're gonna eat with?
Oh, Who is Emmy friends with? Rin? No. Oh my gosh. I feel like someone else has mentioned Emmy before, but I can't remember who.
It could be 2 new characters. There were a lot of people in the class that we haven't met yet.
You think we're gonna meet more characters?
Probably.
Okay, let's find out. And if I don't get up there, she'll probably wander off, and then I just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself.
Who will?
Come with me!
Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the hallways. I'm guessing Hanako is one of them because it's people who don't eat lunch in the cafeteria, right? And
Right.
Hanako seems really shy.
And Rin packs her own bento boxes or whatever that she was eating in the
That's
art
true.
room
It could,
the first time.
yeah, it could be Ren and Hanako.
Hmm.
I attempt to make conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch? Emmy smiles guiltily.
Actually, it's yesterday's lunch. I slipped in a run at lunch and forgot to eat.
Huh?